proud of what I was, a soldier. Until buried and laid to rest, the flag shall remain at half-mast. A Marine has fallen. The E-5 Marine Corps sergeant looks sad, but lowers the flag with pride, his shoulders broad and his stance tall. And now starts the beginning of the military service, the pastor announces with great sorrow. 33 Pennsylvania Honor Guard members march in, standing tall, standing proud. The awkward shuffling, whispers, and sniffles of the room vanish instantly. No one wants to miss even a second of this. Suddenly it's February of 1968 again, and the church becomes a plain. The sergeant takes a deep breath. The ride home to Boston, Massachusetts from Vietnam is long. He's restless. Can you blame him? It can't be easy telling the parents of your dear friend that you made it, and he did not. Being an escort is not painless the second time either, but the sergeant was proud to do it. He was told to never leave a man behind, and besides, Corporal Burrell was his best friend. At a connecting flight, the sergeant salutes the casket as it makes its way a few feet closer to home. As he makes his way back onto the plane and into his seat, he finds himself in the church again. He blinks hastily, trying to remember what's happening. He can hear the playing of taps, and his memory is almost back to present time, August 2011, as the rifle squad volleys. As recollection seeps in, he sobs involuntarily. The silence that follows the 21-gun salute like a shadow reminds every veteran in the room of a deserted war zone. Everyone is suddenly substituting noise for that unbearable silence. The sergeant is back, mentally, as the honor guard asks any veterans in the room to stand and to salute the folded flag and ashes of a former Marine. After the respectful salute, he sits, and the whole family sobs. Tissues are passed around, and hands stretch out, reminding everyone that they are not alone in their grief. I feel the presence of hands on my shoulders, and the sergeant's hand in mine. I am the granddaughter of the deceased, and that sergeant is my grandpa. Enveloped in an embrace so tight, I am suddenly 6 years old again. The room spins, and the setting changes from the church to the house just across the street. My grandma sits in her famous blue rocker reading. I sit at her feet, scrunched up, my head resting on my knees, listening. I love to listen to Nana read. Not out loud, but silently. I like the even sound of the pages turning, and I depend on that strange wisp the pages make. Just as my grandma is about to speak, I find myself watching out the window as too many people dressed in black enter the church across the street. I'm confused, but it doesn't take long for my mind to find its way back to the first pew bench in the church, wearing a black dress of my own. I shake my head a few times, in hopes of clearing my mind. I watch as the honor guards step up and march together to the remnants of the former veteran. 2 by 2, except the last group, who only has one man, but still 2 people, symbolic for the missing man. In pairs they each salute my grandma's flag and say 2 simple words, "Farewell, comrade." The flag, once folded, is presented to our family while this banner of love and devotion is read. To remind everyone of my grandma's dedication to her service, another poem entitled Soldier is shared, that poem being the definition of military pride. As the honor guard pays their last respects and prepares to partake in the final march, Amazing Grace is played on bagpipes. And during this whole ceremony, we shed our final tears. My grandma was a United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines. She did not take that lightly. She left her family with the motto of Semper Fidelis, just as any Army veterans would leave their family with the instruction to always be Army strong, the same as Navy veterans would leave their family with the value of non sibi sed patriae, as any Coast Guard veterans would leave their family with the virtue of Semper Paratus, and just as Air Force veterans would instruct their family to be above all. Get to know my grandpa, or have a conversation with some of my teachers and coaches, or take one look at the members of my town's VFW, Post 5670. You can tell that being a part of something so strong and so dedicated gave them a type of pride that we can't find anywhere else. Pride is inside of them. It's hidden deep within their eyes. You might see it now and then and not even know. Pride is laced in the stories they share when talking about their military days. That pride is a piece of their never-ending composition. It gives their name definition, and it makes them the person that they are. I was lucky enough to inherit some of that pride through my grandparents, and I'm grateful to have it. With each up-and-coming generation, that pride gets expanded and shared. More and more people are getting a taste of something as strong as military pride. Though that red, white, and blue flag is lowered, don't remain distraught. Be proud those stars and stripes remain standing. Yes, many have fallen, but many more rise and stand. Their choices and actions ooze pride with every step. They know what it takes, and they are willing to give everything. At least someday I will be able to say that I was proud of what I was, a soldier.